Now, welcome to Tough Crowd. I'll tell you right now, folks, it's getting scary. It's World War III's coming. There's only one way to prevent World War III. We take it outside. If you don't want to wreck your house when you're going to have a fight, you take it outside. We don't want to destroy the planet. That's where Mars comes in, okay? Any country has beef, they take it up to Mars. Because it's perfect for a fight. It can still sustain life, but it stinks, you know what I mean? It's like a vacant lot. It's ugly and it's useless unless we start fighting up there. Just a suggestion, a brilliant one. I was watching the 9/11 Commission hearings today, Janet Reno on TV. Don't make like the best thing. She was sitting there, the committee guy goes, did you okay bin Laden's assassination? She stopped and looked at the chairman and goes, I didn't realize if this is classified or not. Which is kind of a cool way of saying, you're damn right, you might be next. Shut your mouth. Then another guy asked her about it again, and she gave him a look like, do you want me to go Waco on you, Pops? And now the big thing they're trying to find out in the 9/11 hearings is what's the culture of the FBI. I love when they talk about culture of a job. Every job is the same culture, okay? Everybody badmouths the other departments. They think they do all the work. They gossip about who's having sex with who. And then they download dumb jokes to each other. That's the culture, you know? Because of continued racial tensions, a high school in Georgia will have 3 separate proms this year: whites, blacks, and Latinos. What do you think of that? This is what it's come to.
If it's Georgia, I think they should think about a 4th prom for cousins.
You know what? The whole thing is sad to me, and it's actually sad that that's still going on. You know, cause you get spoiled from being here in New York, because New York is like the melting pot. You see everybody hanging out. It's not uncommon to see 3 black guys, 3 white guys jumping a Puerto Rican. You can see that here in New York.
But in New York, only in New York,
right,
all the white kids want to be black, so they wouldn't actually have to have a separate ball.
Right, but I'm saying it doesn't. And the principal, the main thing is the principal. He's the idiot because he don't see the problem. The principal is like, oh no, it's no problem here. It's just, you know, tradition that they have a black prom and a white prom. It was also a tradition if you look a white woman in the eyes, you get hung. So get rid of it.
But this is all nonsense to me because look, I go to the newsstand, black magazines, white magazines, Latina magazines, TV, segregated stations. So of course, if people are going to grow up with a different culture, they want to hear the music, they want to hear at the prom, they want to hang with the other people. So our society is more segregated than Selma in 1960.
No,
and nobody will admit it. These kids are just reacting to what goes on.
No, it's not, Colin. Not Georgia. Not in Georgia. It's not about the music.
You can't just say Georgia. That's spatial profiling.
But not. It's not. It's just that my son don't know anything about race relations. I asked him today, what do you think about white people? He had nothing to say. He don't know nothing about it. Now, when I was coming up, I knew a lot about it. I hated white people when I was 6.
Well, we hate you now, Keith. Seriously, you're not a likable guy. Your son's not going to learn anything from you about race relations. White people hate you, black people. The bottom line is, in the 60s, black people went down south. They gave their lives so that you could have desegregation. And now you go to college campuses, you do shows. Every college campus has got the black house, the Asian house. It's like black people after 50 years went, yeah, let's go back to the other way.
But it is true. What he's saying is that people are segregated, naturally segregating. So these kids in Georgia, they're just being honest with themselves.
Not the black and white thing, though, Colin. Not the black prom and the white prom. Well, they said the
Mexicans are in it, too. They got their own prom.
And they keep going down. The white prom costs $50. The black prom costs $40. The Spanish prom costs $30. Arabs are going to be for free.
Who's going to be for free?
Arab.
I'm just shocked.
Arabs. You got to hit the R.
I didn't hit the R right.
The Asian prom would be $20.
Yes, and keep going.
But they save money because they just do karaoke, so there would be a big savings.
Well, it's actually it's 40 if you want to happy ending.
Plus, at the Mexican prom, they
or an extra $6.95 for the hot and cold salad bar.
You got to understand, Colin. You have to understand.
I had to slip one in myself.
If you naturally, if that's your natural thing, where you naturally, like if you're in an all-black school, you're going to have an all-black prom. Right. That's a natural thing. Right. But if your school is mixed and you have a black prom and a white prom, there's something wrong.
There is some, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, but I'm saying let's be honest. You know, in high school, kids segregate. I went to mixed schools my whole life. We all hung out when we were 10, and then it's 12, suddenly it's white, Puerto Rican, black.
When you went to high school.
All right, I'm talking about the 40s.
Exactly, that's the 40s and the 30s. I'm talking about
you know
now.
what I'm saying.
My son has grown up. My son hasn't even had a fist fight yet. When I was his age, 10, I had a sexual assault and 2 gun charges on me.
Yeah, but you set the bar high. I mean, you can't expect that out of
But
them.
you know what I'm saying, guys.
It's different, though, Colin.
It's different. But I'm saying that these kids are. You're telling me society is not segregated? Magazine, TV shows, stations.
But there's a reason for that.
Movies.
All I'm saying is upgrade your racism. Okay, if we're at that point, we're at that point. But we're past the point of separate proms. We've got to be past that point.
Is anybody here a fan of mariachi music?
No. Well, I'll tell
You're
you
not
something.
going to the Mexican prom.
They don't listen to me.
That's it.
First of all, the Mexican prom, by the way, and there's like 80 kids going, one car. I don't know. But look.
Yeah, but for $30,
Feel good about that?
They were like cassages, and then I looked, my garden was deserted. So I don't know, folks.
It's a sad day because the
working.
prom is supposed to be about all different kinds of people coming together for the night. The girls dress up like prostitutes, the guys throw up on them, and you go home.
Spoken like a true Irishman, by the way. The guys throw up.
I don't remember my prom. I mean, I know why. I never really got out of the parking lot. So that was the problem.
Did you go on your prom?
Oh, I remember my prom.
You went to a mixed school, right?
Yes.
All right, what happened? Was it a black and a white prom?
It was kind of embarrassing. I had to go with my sister. I got leave. I hope my nephews and nieces don't watch this. How horrifying. I had to say it.
You got it.
Yeah, we always had mixed dances in those days, but I was from Brooklyn. It was a different story. And, I'd be jamming out there in my shirt.
What are you talking about jamming? You can't dance,
I'm
Colin.
the greatest
How many times I
dancer,
gotta tell you?
stupid.
You can't.
I should have a
That's
dance off
why
with you right now. What's that?
That's why you need the black kids at the prom.
Yeah.
I went to a mixed
I'll
school.
dance right now,
Do
stupid.
it right now. Prove to me right now. Dance right now, stupid.
I'm making it. We'll be right back.
Dance for the black.
How about A-Rod? You like the Yankees? You're from
I like
Washington Heights. You
the
have to like
Yankees. Talk about the baseball team?
Yes.
Of course, I am a Yankee fan.
Of course.
I am #1 Yankee fan.
That's and do you get good tickets? We could probably get you good tickets.
I never buy tickets.
Exactly. I don't like to sit there in a stadium. Then you got to sit wedged in.
Yeah,
with
what
people.
about if you go to the stadium and one of those Arabian terrorists, they blow up the stadium?
That's right.
Bang!
That's
Then
right.
you go see people, oh, Baby Ray died in the Yankee Stadium.
Oh, was that what the headline was?
I stay in my house. I stay watching the game from my house. It's better than being there. If something happens, I want to stay home.
And watch it on TV.
On TV, that's
That's
right.
a true New Yorker. Speaking of push-ups, dating websites where prison inmates can meet women on the outside are becoming increasingly popular. See, like this guy, Match.com. What do you guys think? Is this a good place as a woman?
Yeah, I'm sorry, go, because you
Is this a good
probably
way to
have
meet the
more
boys or
experience.
what?
Well,
What kind of girls do this?
I think ones that have great relationships with their fathers and,
Yeah.
that have, never had any molestation.
But do you think it's ugly girls that just can't find a guy?
No, I think there's a power thing of knowing that, you're the only, coochie they're going to ever get. There's like a thrill to
But
that.
the thing, prisoners should never have a computer, ever. They shouldn't.
They don't.
They don't.
The last thing a woman needs is a pimp Ebner.
No, I actually run one of these girls. Yeah, I found myself in the market for a middle-aged, toothless Mexican spouse murderer. Honest to God, I wrote her, sent her an email. They deliver the email. They don't have computers. They deliver the email. 2 weeks later, I got a handwritten letter with a photograph, Polaroid photograph of Flora, I think was her name. And then she said, send me some stamps so I can send you my poetry. So, well, I threw away the letter and I jerked off over the photo for a little bit, and that was the end of it. I didn't send her any stamps.
Was she cute?
No, toothless, and I like that.
Wait a minute, you said it.
The women that go after the inmates are not unlike the women that go after the stand-up comics. It's a very similar situation.
Yeah.
They all think that they're attainable, is what it is, right? But the comedians, they find out very quickly, have big egos, whereas the inmates, they're just desperate. So it's a better bet for the females to go after the
Well, and with
inmates.
the comedian, he's going to leave the state. The inmate, even when he gets out, he can't leave the state.
That's true.
He's not going to smother you. He's on the inside.
No.
And basically, you just got to time it out. I think it's a good matchup if you find women who have terminal illnesses and match them up with guys with the same duration sentence left.
But the amazing thing is the psychology of the women, because let's face it, don't you think it's secretly every woman's dream to have a guy stuck in a place where he just has nothing to do but listen to her, and then these guys get out, and of course they turn back into guys after like 3 months. There,
think about it. You get 1 day a month with the guy for 2 hours, and he's really going to pay attention to you.
Isn't that all you really want?
It's undivided attention.
Isn't that all you really want?
That's all we want.
Just a guy that's there.
But a little less tattoos, maybe a little less piercing.
Couple less tattoos, but just sitting there listening, totally interested, writing letters.
I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
And he's not going to cheat on you, not with another woman.
It's not going to, exactly.
Yeah. And he can't stalk you.
It's true.
Not bad.
If he has a computer, he can.
That's true. This son of a bitch, you should see the stuff he does online. He can do anything.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm saying
It's a national damn TV show.
I'm not
What are you
going to
doing?
say, I'll just say you're very adept at computers. I'm not going to say.
You can't clean it up now. Now the FBI be on my ass because of you.
Okay.
You know what I do?
You think the FBI cares that you download every movie before it comes out?
Damn it!
Keith, they can't verify the ages of those girls on your computer.
It's not girls. This son of a bitch downloads movies before they come out. He's with a passion 5 years ago.
I found a great way to scam chicks on the internet. I send photos of Keith's penis to chicks online, and then they're like all over me. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well,
it works.
Keith does have a big penis, and as we mentioned on the show before, Fitzsimmons is known as a
Hold on,
legendary.
he's talking.
He gets very upset if you don't mention his penis, which also happens to be monumental and legendary, especially in the Irish community, Okay, school officials at Central High School in Flint, Michigan, are dealing with groups of lesbian girls who are fighting and harassing straight girls. Here's a picture of one of the victims, by the way. Look at me. Wait, let me just say one thing. I'm growing my facial hair back. I don't care who hates it. I look like Russell Crowe, baby.
Yeah.
Come on. I don't know how I keep it, folks.
Do the lesbians have their own prom?
What do you think about this, though? Now, you guys, I don't want to talk to you old fogies.
No.
I want to know from the audience, because they grew up in this generation. They know what's going on. Are there actual lesbian gangs in school now?
Yes, there are.
Listen, Grandpa, I'm trying to talk to these kids in the audience.
I know myself, though. I know a couple
Really?
of lesbians. Yes. Lesbians, I'm telling you, that's a whole thing, man. A lot of the domestic violence that goes on, everything. Lesbians are rough. 5 out of every 10 lesbians have a black eye.
Yeah. Well,
I read that in Lesbian Weekly, so don't tell me nothing.
Talking about Maya?
he's talking about the fat lesbians. All the fat lesbians are pretty tough. He's right.
They fight all
You
the
don't want to
time.
mess with them. They love to fight.
They have gangs, like actual organized
What's
gangs.
his name, sir? Who's the fighter who said his sister taught him how to box? I forget. But anyway.
Muhammad Ali's daughter. That one?
No, it was like George Joseph.
A lot of them are lifting.
Who was it? Riddick Bowe. His sister was a lesbian who taught him how to box? She better be, because now I'm calling that. She's going to punch me in the face. That'll be a real picture. Why did you take Russell Crowe off? Anyway,
I think Carrie had a good idea. They should have separate proms, the lesbian prom and the straight prom, or, of course, they could have the straight girls wait on the lesbian girls and have a catch.
you like that idea?
Yeah, I love that.
This
like to be a fly on that
recurring
wall.
theme of waiting on people.
Yeah, it's a
Getting
whole
interesting.
martyr thing.
But I
Yeah.
like the lesbian waiting straight girl. There's something sexual there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Michael Moore, the limo riding Upper West Sider, who claims
High
Flint,
school.
Michigan
Yes.
is his hometown. He'll probably want to go make a documentary about it or something.
All right.
Yeah, high school lesbian gangs.
High school lesbian gangs
I'm going to pitch
online.
that to Cinemax.
I mean,
That's a good one.
They have that sexual thing going. They want women, just like because they want to be mainly like men, so they go after it like that. They go after the women. Meet them in the bathrooms. Try to fumble with them.
Do you ever put a thought together before you start talking?
That time I didn't. That was
You
one.
got excited. You got excited. It'll come.
I don't like all the applause that you got from these
The only reason he got the applause.
Because they really
The only
enjoyed
reason he
it.
got the applause because we're all waiting with bated breath the whole
Yeah.
crowd.
Because, you know what?
They act like men, so they like women. We're like, yeah, we know.
I know. I was going to get to something soon. I swear to God.
I know.
was.
So you go.
Marble
They
Man.
lead him in the
I'd
bathroom.
like-
No,
It's
hey,
like
look,
you're set up.
goddammit, you look like an Irish soccer player with that damn outfit on.
Oh, that's
We'll be
great.
right back.
You're like a couple of lesbian victims.
use the webcam to check out what's going on in the world. Now, a lot of countries hate us. We thought we'd check in with somebody who likes us, Australia. More specifically, Philip Gagan, who lives in a loft in Melbourne. Good day, Philip.
G'day, Colin. How you going?
Oh, I'm doing good, Philip. Thank you for, this is kind of exciting to me. This is high-tech stuff, you know? What is it, like, what year is it down there? Is it this year? Let me ask you something, Philip.
2004.
Let me ask you a question. Why is it that Australia's always been such a good friend to us, you know? I mean, you guys are nowhere near us. We never run into you. But you always stick by us through all the wars. What is that?
Oh, who knows? I'm not sure what it is. I think we just like everyone.
No, you don't. Listen to me. You like everyone. What about New Zealand? What are you going to do about those creeps? Get rid of them.
We love New Zealand.
They're dragging you down, baby. Come on. You don't love them. They're like the Staten Island of the South Seas. Sorry, everybody. Have you, but let me ask you something. Do you guys love America? Is it because you're all Irish ex-convicts? That was like the, well, that's what it was. It was Irish ex-convicts, wasn't it, Philip?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's the reason at all.
But you were originally Irish. They put all the prisoners from Ireland. The British put them in Australia, right?
Sorry?
The British, the way Australia was founded was the British put all these Irish ex-cons in Australia, right? It was like a Rikers Island type deal.
Yeah?
No? You don't know any of this?
Yeah, I do know this.
All right, listen. What do you think? Are you ready to go? It looks like we're going to start World War III. You ready to scrap in this one? Come up
No
Gallipoli
way,
style,
we've
grab
already
the
set
guns and start moving?
I think it's someone else's turn.
Someone else's turn? No, we need you guys. Because you're, you know, you guys have a serious, well, you're active alcoholics, but besides that, we need that kind of half-drunken, rowdy behavior you guys have, you know? It's no one else's turn. We need you.
Oh, come on. What about the Canadians? They're closer.
Yeah, they're closer, but they're very tedious people. They're boring people. You guys know how to live it up. You ever see Crocodile Dundee 2? I was in that, you know. I had one line. You ever see that movie?
No, I haven't.
You never saw Crocodile Dundee 2? That's
No,
unpatriotic.
what a terrible movie.
Part 1 may have had problems. Part 2 is a brilliant classic of Australia. It was a true story of Australian life. I can't believe you missed it. Hey, you know who else I once met? On a plane sitting right next to me, but I didn't know who it was because I've never been there. Katie Fisher. You know who that is?
Yes?
I met her on the plane.
Wow.
As you can see, I've run out of Australian facts.
You've got to
But
come
thank
down
you very
here,
much.
Colin.
You're our first webcam interview. I think you should be pretty excited about this.
I am. I'm really excited.
Thank you very much. Please, sit down. You're getting crazy. You're going to have a heart attack. All right, and so we're looking forward to you for World War III. I can count you in. I appreciate that.
Oh,
and you can bring
okay,
those
I'll see
dumb
you
suckers
there.
from New Zealand, too, if you must. Thank you. We'll see you in about 3 weeks somewhere in the middle of Iraq.
No worries, Colin.
All right, thank you, Phil. No worries.
See you,
See,
mate.
that's how they talk down there. We'll be right back.